Okay. So my name is Daniel Head. I'm working on both the OpenIRT and which is a RCOS project that started this RCOS semester, and the Sodexo menu backend, which is RCOS project that I was working on last semester.
Nikhil Kumar. I'm working on just the OpenIRT project.
So the purpose of the OpenIRT project is that IR has been technology that we've been using for many years. And although it's not great, you need line of sight. It doesn't have the presence of radio communication. It is extremely cheap. These prices I actually took off of smartphone. I looked at like all of their stuff, and you can see that the IR emitter detector is about a little more than a tenth of what the Bluetooth module costs, and kind of have to multiply that cost twice. So this communication protocol is aimed towards hardware, people who are working with hardware, more like small scale hardware, who have line of sight and looking for a maybe budget friendly way of communicating between devices. So the goals for this summer RCOS, I plan to lay the foundations of the concepts that we're using to build the code, basically defining the protocol, what should be done, what shouldn't be done, how you should do this, how you should send data, how you should receive data, how you should interpret certain parts of the data to make sure that you're getting what you're supposed to get. And I'm also working on some of the code itself. I've actually started trying to do that. I'm working, I myself personally am working with the MST430 G2 series of microcontrollers, and I'm using the MST UCC toolchain that is open source, released by Red Hat. All that way.
I will be working on the Arduino microcontroller.
This project is kind of a big one because I have to factor in a lot of microcontroller code. So I expect that the project will still be a work in progress even after the summer. But
there was some code developed using the IR code idea. We used to have attendance in the IR with the custom-made hardware.
I know that there has been a lot of stuff done with IR. I remember there was one device where you could communicate to each other like 14 feet away, just solely using IR communication. But moving on from that, so now I'm going to the Sodexo menu backend. So the purpose of the Sodexo menu backend is mostly a historic thing for nowadays, but during the transition from the old Sodexo side to the new Sodexo side, many students found themselves unable to find any of the menus except for the Sage dining hall. That was somehow sneaked on there. After some clutching around, I actually figured out how to get to the FTP server that contains all of these menus, the HTML pages for all these menus, and last year we asked Sodexo if we could use the data, parse it, and integrate it into the RTI mobile project. And this is the project that came out of that. One of the things we're trying to do is offer more reliable service than the menu because they're usually like behind by something, like some of their dates are like completely wrong sometimes on the front page and on the HTML site, the HTML code themselves. That's one part of it, but the other part of it is to integrate the service to the pre-existing RTI mobile project. So what we're planning to do is once I complete the code, I'm planning to integrate it into the RTI mobile server. And this will allow the front end to add additional functionality, such as finding specific menu items in a table or something like that. That's kind of up to the RTI tables once I get that. So my goals for the summer with this is to finish the code rewrite, and I will go more into this in a little bit. Once I finish the code rewrite and testing, I'll upload that to our main repo at Yellow Ranger menu scraper. Yeah, and then figure out how to upload the code to the RTI mobile server, and I probably should find someone that's worked on that too. So what do I mean by code rewrite? Let's see if I can get this one. That's okay. So as you can see on my I guess you're right that the previous code was written with lots of like hats and stuff, like there's an open and a right, and there's a close hand there, and there's multiple of those like all throughout the entire code. And it was very, very inefficient and very, very not good. So the new code that I'm writing is much cleaner, nicer, and it follows the recommended coding style for Python. This entire project has to do with Python because we're kind of uploading it to the Python server. But so we follow. Now I'm trying to rewrite everything, making sure to follow PP8. Anybody who is working on Python code should know that. Should know PP8. If you don't, you should probably like look it up and look at it. Yeah. Thanks to the usual people, and is there any questions there? Yes.
What's the end goal for the OpenIRT? Is it like a module that basically takes serial in and sends it for it out?
Yeah, pretty much like that. It's similar to like how it's like UART or something like that.
Okay, yeah. On the MSP 430 value line series, all of the UARTs on that, which are two of them, I think, those should be able to be configured in IRT mode, which is actually infrared standard. So all you have to do, once you've configured it for that mode, hook up your LED or photo transistor, would be to write whatever you need to take data in on the other server board and output it to that IRT. Okay. Should simplify stuff if you're trying to write that from scratch, except you have to call the contribution.
Even if you cannot complete IRT for the end of the semester, at least produce some library code or module that could be used by other people. That could be one more.
I am, strongly working on that. The OpenIRT is the one I'm focusing right now. the Sodexo implementing backend, that it's more like here's the code, now I have to rewrite it, make sure everything works. It's already mostly done work, but you know, it still has to be